Top of the world, y'all. This is going to be the first installment of Hip Hop Stories. And I'm going to share some funny, I guess you could say all across the board hip hop story, because I'm just, don't mind me when I go through that in my head stuff and I stop and I stutter, whatever. That's just me in the moment, because I'm thinking, thinking, and my brain be like scrambled eggs sometimes. So pardon me. But nevertheless, this is the first installment of Hip Hop Stories, and this is a good one right here about the late, great Christopher Rios, aka Big Pun. And I'm gonna tell you, I have several stories with Pun, but I'm gonna tell you one in particular that I know y'all gonna dig. And let me sit back real quick, relax, as I tell y'all this story, man. So grab whatever you need to grab, and we gonna get right on into it, man. All right? Yeah. So, this was maybe like 1996. No, shit. Might have been 95. But let's just say between 95, 96, or between 95, 97. This is around the time where I had just gotten signed to MCA Records, and there was a producer that I had got introduced to by the name of Easy LP from the Bronx. And Easy LP, at that time I was living in the Bronx, so Easy LP was not far from me. So he came pull up at my house, brought beats for me to listen to, would kick it with me and my guys. At that time, I found out through LP that he was working with Pun. And he was like, yo, child, you dope, and Pun is dope, and I think y'all two would be dope together, whether it was on one of my tracks or not. But he was like, yo, I just want to connect the dots with y'all, put y'all together. So I was like, all right, let's do it. And then he said, yo, I'm gonna get with Pun, and I'll get his information, whatever. Boom. Next thing you know, LP called me. He give me Pun number. He said, yo, Pun he's expecting your call. So I was like, for real? Because at this time, Big Pun was popping. Now, excuse me, he didn't get to the point where he was, I don't think at that point he was platinum artist or whatever. But at that time, on the streets of New York in particular, he was bubbling. He was popping like Carolina fish grease. You hear me? You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, I was elated about that connection, and I really dug Pun. Forget the fact that he was hot at the time as an artist or in New York. I really dug what he was doing. So lo and behold, I called the number. His wife at the time answered the phone. I respectfully introduced myself. Hey, I was given Pun's number by a gentleman, Easy LP. She was like, oh, okay, no problem, hold on. He get on the phone. Yo, what's up, what's going on? Right from there, I knew he is a different type of dude. A solid type of dude. Because he didn't get on the phone like, yo, who this? New child, I don't know. Who gave you my... He didn't do none of that. Yo, what's up, what's good, what's going on? Immediate Big Pun, natural, raw, BX energy. You see what I'm saying? So I said, yo, man, Easy LP gave me your number. He was like, yo, man, LP tell me a lot about you. And I think LP had played him some of my songs. So he was like, yo, man, you raw, you know what I'm saying? Boom. He was like, yo, but let me hear something. I spit something from over the phone. He's like, yo, we gotta work, man. We gotta make something happen. And when I tell you, that was for me as an artist, that was not only confirmation that, yeah, man, you doing something right, but that was even more fuel to my fire. Like, yeah, I'm gonna keep on going hard with my pen. You see what I'm saying? Because somebody like that telling me, yo, that's an MC I respected. So for him saying what he's saying and the way he's saying it, like after I spit over the phone, like, yo, LP, let me hear some joints, but yo, man, yo, you got it. Like, yo, we gotta work. And then after that, we ended up doing some shows together. But I may save what went on in them, you know what I'm saying? Certain things that went on in the shows. I think I'm gonna share that for another one. But as it pertains to this story in particular, and seeing how Pun was so himself, so personable, cool as a fan, funny, and just no industry shit with him whatsoever. You could just tell he was raised in such a way where, you know, he just appreciated realness. He appreciated people. And that, you know, every time I was, now mind you, at that time I didn't know, I hadn't met him in person. That was the first time speaking to him, anything. So after that, I did have a chance to be around him, open up shows for him, etc. But, and he was, even then, it was just, man, just a good human being. That's what I would say about Pun. Just a good human being. But from that time of me getting on the phone, let's rewind. From Easy LP telling me about Pun, and telling me how cool Pun was, and telling me that, you know, he wanted to connect us, and me and Pun would be dope. Our energies, our lyrics, whatever, our voices, and then getting on, you know, calling this man's house, getting on the phone with him, listening to him, talking to him, you know, and us going back and forth. I still carry that with me to this day, because he is and was at that time special, man. And I mean, and let me say this, because this is what really, really, really told me a lot about Pun. Pun didn't give Easy LP like a cell phone, he gave Easy LP his home number to give to me. I called his house. So that's something, because that's when, you know, people still had house phones, if you will, at that time. You know, there's some people still have them now, but everybody had them back then. And I'm glad I remembered that point to share with y'all, because that shit mean a lot to me. Like, yo, man, still to this day. And y'all may think like, damn, child, what? Yo, if you know how they say if you was a fly on the wall, but if you was on that phone on three-way and you just had a chance to listen, you would understand why I take that particular memory with Big Pun so seriously, and it's so near and dear to my heart. Because from his wife answering the phone and being respectful and being a lady and just warm and welcoming, and then him getting on the phone and him being the same way, and him taking it to the next level. Like, soon as he got on the phone, his energy was through the roof. It was powerful, positive. You know, like I said, that raw BX Boricua energy, man. So salute to you, Big Pun. That's my first installment of Hip Hop Stories. I have many more, and I'm sure I'm gonna have even more once I start putting out more music. That's gonna be, I'm definitely gonna have some dope ass hip hop stories. But y'all tune in, because we're gonna keep these hip hop stories going and growing. And hey man, I just want y'all to enjoy the journey with me. All right, peace and love to y'all, and rest in peace to Big Pun. Much love to his wife, his son, and any other. I don't know if he has. I think he may have a daughter. I don't know. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. But blessings to his entire family and all those who love him. And shout out to the whole BX Boricua family and the Boricuas all over the world. You know, I got nothing but bulletproof love for y'all. So y'all stay up. Much love. I'm gone.